Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Sturge here, and today I'm going to be showing you the BH10 Upgrade Priority guide that you can use to max out your base. Now to make this guide a little bit easier to follow, I did make a progress base for you guys to use to see what is next for your upgrades. We're going to head over to the progress base now, and here it is. We're going to start off towards the bottom left. This is the most important upgrades, moving through the loot buildings, going all the way over to the defenses, going all the way up here to these collectors and the gem mine, and then ending off with the traps and the walls over here. Now I was planning on giving you guys this base in the description, but I can't really do that because once the update comes out, you will have to upgrade your buildings through both the first stage and the second stage. So once the update comes out, I will make a progress base for that and put it in the description below the video. Now a bit of a disclaimer before starting the guide, this video is mainly for somewhat maxed or maxed builder hall 9s, and I know that most people will have a rushed builder hall 9 so that they could get the 6 builder on the home village. So this video is mainly for non-maxed or maxed builder hall 9s, but if you want a guide about how to unrush your builder hall 9, let me know in the description below the video. But starting off with the most important buildings, obviously you want to upgrade your builder hall up to level 10 to get all the new stuff from that builder hall level. But then moving on to the most important upgrades is these 4 buildings here. Now I am making the guide at the start of the builder hall 10 update, so some of the buildings you may already have, like these camps here, they represent the reinforcement camps they get at builder hall 6 and builder hall 9. So if you already have these, just forget about those. And this fire right here is meant to be the healing hut, which you do also get at builder hall 6, and you can upgrade up to level 5 before heading on to builder hall 10. So if you already have these 3 buildings, just forget about those. The other one is just the laboratory, because you can upgrade your troops 2 more levels at builder hall 10. So getting that up, and maybe even using a book of a building if you don't really care about the home village too much, or if you are a max town hall level and don't want to move on to the next one, you can use a book of building on this one here. I almost forgot about the 2 heroes that you can upgrade at builder hall 10. Each of these get 5 levels, but like recording this video, I don't have the battlecopter unlocked, so I will have to get this from level 15 all the way up to a level 30. But if you are watching this after the update, I will be upgrading these, probably alternating them, because you don't want to have both of these heroes down and then go out and attack, because you won't be able to 3-star too much, maybe even on the first stage, because you probably need a hero to get at least the 3-star on that first stage. So upgrading one at a time will help you out in the long run. Moving on to the new stuff you get at builder hall 10. This new barrack is obviously the new electro fire wizard you get at level 12, and these 2 barbarian statues are some of the new things you get at builder hall 10. The first one here is the Expo you get at builder hall 10. You can upgrade that to, I think it is level 5 or level 6, I think, but we can get that at builder hall 10. This other barbarian statue is the Otto's Outpost, which you do unlock at builder hall 6. So if you have that maxed out to, I think it is level 9 at builder hall 9, you can upgrade this to the next level just to max that out. I do recommend putting both of these over on the other side of the elixir storages and the gold storages, just because these are kind of more important to upgrade than the defenses, so you can have more loot to spend, because they are pretty expensive upgrades. But moving on to the loot buildings here, you do get 500,000 capacity for each gold storage and elixir storage you upgrade, totaling out to, I think it's 6 million loot that you will have capacity for on your builder hall 10. So upgrading these will be really essential to get your defenses up and your troops up, because they get really expensive towards the higher levels. Moving back over to the Expo and the Auto Outpost, these are the more important upgrades to get going. Now if you do already have this unlocked way after the update comes out, then get this up to level 10 now instead of upgrading it over here where the barrack was, just so you can get these gold storages up a little bit faster. So getting the Auto Outpost up after the gold storages, as well as the Expo up to its max level, or upgrade it from the level 1 you get from the beginning when you unlocked it. And after upgrading both of the buildings, you can then move on to the clock tower, which goes up to level 10. And I think, I don't have the exact information, but it does probably go up up to 32 minutes after upgrading this, so giving you an extra 2 minutes, which I don't think is worth because you already have 30 minutes, so an extra 2 won't do too much to the boost. Now moving on to the defenses, if you want to see the levels and stuff, I will show it on screen, but I have a spreadsheet that I will link in the description if you do want to see all of the upgrade cost and time for every single building at Builder Hall 10. But we got 3 of these here: the Crusher, the Air Bomb, and the Mega Tesla. All 3 of these are really good at taking down enemy heroes with their high DPS and hit point increases. On to the Teslas and the double cannons. These are really good with their high hit point and damage increase, just like the last 3 defenses, but also they're pretty low at the mid-range for cost for these defenses. Onto the Roaster and the Archer Towers. These are both air and ground targeting defenses, so having these higher up will help you out in the long run. And the Roasters first, just because it does a little bit of splash damage. We have the Roasters, there are 5 of them, which will cost you a total of 25 million for each, but you will have at least 2 builders to use, so you can upgrade these up to their max level. The cannons are just cannons, they only target ground, so that's why I have them so low in the list. And then they have 4 buildings here: the Guard Post, Multi-Mortar, Double Cannon or Giant Cannon, and the Lava Launcher. All 3 of these, as you can see up on the screen now, don't really do too much in terms of what you get after you upgrade them, with the Guard Post only giving you a couple of levels, and the other 3 defenses not giving you too much in DPS after the upgrade. Now moving on to the Collectors and the Traps. The Collectors here, I will be only upgrading towards the end because of the new loot system, where you can attack as many times as you want, and if you were active enough, you won't really need your gold mines too much. You will only get 4,000 per hour, with probably 5,000 with the new level, so I will be upgrading these towards the end. You can move your gem mine down towards the clock tower down here if you want to get a little bit more gems, but I will be just sticking with these towards the end of the list. And the traps, they are just traps, you don't really need to upgrade them. You could upgrade them in between, but they are still pretty long upgrades, with the push traps being the shortest at about a day. I'm pretty sure we'll have it up on the screen now, but they are pretty good with their ability to push troops into the defense, which I think they will be a pretty good counter against the cannon carts, which might be pretty popular once the update comes out. And the final thing are the walls. Each wall will cost 1 million. If you didn't know already, these wall segments will be split into 5 walls, costing 1 million per wall for all. I think it's 300 walls we have here. I don't think it's 300 out. I think it might be a little bit less. I think I am thinking about the home village, but we are going to be upgrading them individually now instead of all 5 at once. And now moving on to the lab upgrade guide. I'm going to show you what I will be upgrading first inside the lab. Now the first upgrade I will be doing is the Bomber, because it does a decent amount of damage and it will open up a bunch of wall segments with their ability. The next troop I will be upgrading is the Cannon Carts. It is probably the most popular that everyone will be upgrading once the update comes out. It is a really good range troop with its ability of becoming a mortar and shooting from afar, so we'll be upgrading this second. The Night Witch is my favorite troop out of all of them, with their ability of bringing up a bunch of raged bats to take out a bunch of damage, which I think will become a mass army at one point. The Boxer Giant is my next, with the ability of becoming invincible for a few seconds and just being a decent tank troop for your other troops that will be heading into the base. The next is the Barbarian, which is just going to be good for testing the traps around the outside for the cannon carts, the Boxer Giant, and all the other troops that I will be using. But those are the main 5. I will be using some other stuff like the Dropship for the bomb ability, and also the Baby Dragon for its ability of doing a ton of damage to the surrounding buildings where it is attacking. And the other troop I will be upgrading isn't in the list here. It is the Electro Fire Wizard. It is a pretty cool looking troop, as you see on the screen now, but I don't think it will be too good of a troop in general, just because we haven't really seen too much of it, but I could be wrong. The further we go into the update, we could be pretty good. And the last 4 troops I will be upgrading towards the end. I won't be upgrading that much, I don't think. It is the Beta Minions, the sneaky archers, the super P.E.K.K.A, or which is actually the power P.E.K.K.A now, and the hog glider. These won't be used too much, I don't think. People like to use the hog gliders in the game right now before the update, so they could probably upgrade those higher up in the list, but me personally, I won't be upgrading those 4 troops towards the end of my upgrade list. And that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did and want to see more Builder Hall 10 content or builder based content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.